Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And we have a great battle for us here tonight. Two teams with championship aspirations, but trying to define the odds and take a big step closer to that national championship. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Ducks offense making their way on the field today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
Talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
It's a quick grab. You bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. Drive stays alive with that first down completion. Looking downfield, it's Moore. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle made after a big gain. The Ducks under the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
A completion makes it second down. Back to throw again. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Caught near the sideline. It's Casper. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had...
Will he score here? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Well, it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So Marshall's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. He'll hand it off. Throws a stiff arm. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
They'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes a quick grab. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We expect the teams have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. First and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incompletion makes it second down. And he drops back in the gun. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Now the offense has reached the red zone. And the pass is incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
He hands it off from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. So no hesitation. The offense is on the field to go for it here. It's a crucial play. Trying for a fourth down completion. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Caught over the middle. It's Casper. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield with the 48. The Ducks line up on first and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but the gain all the way to the 28.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw to the left. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And now the handoff. Fights off a defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. They'll stop him on a small gain here. Tried to run for it on 3rd and long and came up well short. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. They bring the punter onto the field now. On the return, it's McClellan. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. The pocket breaking down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. To throw, it's Moore. Fires it to the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Complete with a running back. Can he get 1st down yardage? Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. And here's the return from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. So Marshall's offense takes the field again. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That's caught. It's Jones. He's going to lose yardage there. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's going to pull it down and run. And he will make the 1st down. Tackled at the 26. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Trying to create here on the move. He's got a receiver wide open here. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. If you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That's it for us from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's head back to Chris and Kirk for the exciting conclusion of this one, where we'll find out who is moving on in the CFP.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes Marshall's offense back out onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Running with purpose. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Looking to pass here on second down. Lets it go quickly. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Turner. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Short completion there. Second down coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play. Second down now after the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in...
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Quick throw, the catch is made. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Here's the second down play. And the running back takes the handoff. And the Ducks pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Moore. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The Ducks come to the line to run the hurry out. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Fires it to the wideout. Touchdown, Oregon. Strong gain by this quarterback. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Marshall's offense takes the field again. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Catch is made way down inside the 30. And just like that, in one play, they moved into scoring position at the 23.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
To physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback.
And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I mean, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Looking for his big tight end. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. And the coach has made the call, needing to extend this drive. The offense is out there to go for it. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Beautiful throw. Hits the receiver in stride. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. With 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. And now, entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. And the Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. A handoff to the back. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Again, thrown out of the RPO, it is complete. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys.
Touchdown, Ducks. And the beatdown continues.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the point after is right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out. It's Nichols. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes Marshall's offense back out onto the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Looking for his big tight end. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it. These guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. That's reeled in. It's Jones. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys, and it hasn't been a good day.
And the junior gets home, making a sack there. The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11.
Man, it has been a rough night for this poor offensive line, and it's only getting worse. That's 5 sacks they've now given up so far in this game alone.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Fires it on the move. The pass is intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
We go backwards on 1st down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
The Ducks will have to punt this one away. Bringing it back, it's Nichols. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So Marshall's offense takes the field again. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Play action here on 1st down. Quick throw to the left. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big gain, but they could have used that when this football game was still in doubt. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Marshall.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. What have they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? And he'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. Now they get set to kick it away. And now the kicking team has called for a timeout before the kickoff. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Running with purpose. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. In these playoff games, it's win or go home. So one side can continue to dream about the national championship. The other side suddenly, Kirk, their season is over. But it's been a good ride.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. You know, it's easy to